Um, have you ever gone to a place where no person has ever gone before? Would you like to? It's a scary idea. If no person goes there, then well, there is probably a good reason, isn't there? If all of the people won't do a thing, well all of the people probably have a good reason. When we are talking about how all of the people behave, then probably we should behave that way too. It's just common sense. But if no one has ever been to that place, because it is scary. And, what makes it scary is that no person ever goes there. So consider this video to be your invitation to join us while we go to a place that no person has ever gone before. We are hoping there will be treasure.
Hello and welcome to our newest world building video. Here at Wild Art Fly Free, we are building a fantasy world, and we hope that you can help us. We are building our world out of stories, and our stories are made from things like plots and scenes and locations and characters. It's crazy, but it's a lot of fun. Also, everything that we create is public domain, so anyone can use it. No worries. So, if you have half an hour, why don't you sit back and see what we are about? Also, please know that we are always interested in your ideas, so if you have any ideas to share, please feel free. Thank you.
We are talking about one of our ideas from a long time ago. Our world, called Opsipuduk, has 7 moons and 5 continents. And one of the continents, which covers the North Pole for our world, is called Arrapangea. And so we're thinking that some of our guys are going to go there and have a good explore and maybe even settle down there eventually. What we're thinking now is that 20 years from now, people will leave the continent that we have now, called Aldla, and go north across the sea, which isn't very wide, but maybe a little bit scary, and land on Arrapangea. And people don't always go to Arrapangea very often, and we're wondering why. One reason is because we're pretty sure Arrapangea has dinosaurs. So if the dinosaurs on this nation are scaring people away, well, that would make sense. Speaking of the dinosaurs, we're also thinking that there might be some conflict between dragons who live on the equatorial continents, including Aldla, and the dinosaurs that live on Arrapangea. So that's a thought that we can certainly think about, an idea to play with. So, why would people leave the lovely continent of Aldla and go to the questionable, mysterious land of Arrapangea that is reported to have dinosaurs and from which few people return? Well, perhaps it's the idea that few people return. Maybe that's just a good place to stay. But they could come back and just say how things are going, right? A few people have gone to Arrapangea, never to be seen again. So what kind of people would get on a boat and do that? And we're thinking perhaps this is since Aldla might be heading for war as the dwarfs get iron and metal, which is illegal, and the magical powers that be wouldn't like that. And of course, we've got the dragons that are thinking about expanding their land base. So we've talked about that before. You could see if we can leave links in the bottom, yes, links in the description below to more information about that sort of thing. Anyway, uh, and we're thinking this all happens from about 25 years from our most recent videos, which would include the birth of Wriglix. So by this time, Wriglix might be about 25 years old. And something that we haven't talked about, but maybe we should nail down, is how old do most of these strange races like goblins and dwarfs and halflings and elves, how old they get to be. And we're thinking, should we just say roughly the same as humans? Maybe some differences. Maybe elves might get twice as old, but nobody could go into hundreds of years. That's just not worth the trouble. Or maybe some people do get old. What do you think? How should we deal with that? Because at some point we have to.
So Wu, how are you? We have been thinking about magic, but what is magic? One idea about magic is that it is just science or technology that we don't understand. Okay, sometimes we have a problem in our world that our heroes just cannot solve. Our characters get themselves painted into a corner that there is no way out of. So then what? What do we do when we just can't think of any way out of the problem? Well, if we have a problem that cannot be solved within the rules of physics, then, as writers, too often the solution turns out to be magic. So now, isn't that just being lazy? It isn't satisfying for anyone, especially the audience. Now, of course, if we are talking about a wizard or a witch, then using magic would have been one of the first solutions. So, we aren't talking about them. Anywho, my point is that we don't want to just rely on magic to solve every problem. It's too easy and not at all satisfying. I mean, if we don't have the rules of magic sorted out, then the wizards can get away with anything. And, for the stories where we have a complicated set of rules that define how magic works, then, well, maybe we are just saying the same thing, but if we say that magic is just science that we don't understand, then if we explain how the magic works, well, it isn't really magic anymore, is it? Or maybe, should we build a set of rules to govern how our magic works? It is tempting. What do you think?
So we're thinking that we refer to humans sometimes, but of course that's only one race. Elves, dwarfs, and halflings and gnomes don't like to be called humans, but we need a word for all those people together. So we've come up with the idea of Huemix, not humans, but Huemix, for elves, humans, dwarfs, gnomes, and halflings together. And then we decide, well, what about the other guys? So then we've got the Huemix, which would include the Huemings and also the trolls and goblins and kobolds. And whoever we're missing there could also be the Huemix. And then we also had the idea of Huemlits, which would be the smaller races, the goblins, not the goblins, sorry, the halflings, the gnomes, and the dwarfs. Together would be the Huemlits, and perhaps the goblins are wondering why they are excluded from being called Huemlits, and there's a certain amount of racial tension in that. But okay, so we've got the Huemlits, which are the dwarfs, gnomes, and halflings, and then the Huemings, which are the elves, humans, dwarfs, gnomes, and halflings, and the Huemix, which are all of those also, and also the trolls, goblins, and kobolds.
Okay, So, we are now planning to go to a place that no person has ever gone to before. But, not only are we going to visit and explore the continent of Arrapangea. We are building it. We are going to create a continent from stories. Does that sound scary? That's sort of like learning something new, isn't it? We take our brain to a place that it has never been before. We just hope that our brain doesn't fall down a hole or something. Anyway. That's just some ideas that we have been bouncing around. And now, if you are new here, then, welcome. And, we are building a community, so, we would really love to hear from you. Check out the comments below. And also, please check out some of the videos that we have built before. One of the people that we have mentioned is Wriglix. She was born when our character named Outlug got together with our character named EX. They are wonderful people and smart and caring and, they are goblins. We have a video about how that happened. Anyway, hopefully we can get a card set up, if not, just check out the links below for that and other videos that we are currently promoting. I mean videos that we are sure that you will enjoy. Also, please leave a like and do the subscribe thing. We really need the help. And join us again, sometime. Okay. Awesome.